Hi, welcome back to Patrick's Tech Reviews, and today I'm going to present you one of the watches that I was looking forward in a long time. As you can see, this is the Omega Speedmaster. You've seen it in the title already, but it's going to be about the Moonwatch Professional 42mm in the original Hasselblad glass version. And as you might know, if you're interested in Omega, they recently stopped the original version of it and replaced it with this one, with this master box, which you can see here. It comes in, this box has another layer, paper layer in it, and then basically it has huge dimensions. I mean, it's really big. Let me just show you. This is an original box in comparison to that one. So let me just open it up and show you what's inside. So once you open that, it's only the outer box. You're gonna find the inner box, which is like this Speedmaster legendary Moonwatch. It's like a kind of a little suitcase. In the back you have the warranty card, which is this one here. I'll show you in a moment in a different camera once we take it out, as well as the pictogram card. And this one comes in a nice kind of suede leather pouch. So let's put this on the side. And this one is attached to like a spring kind of system. Once you open that one up, you have the inner case. So operating instruction, obviously, is a booklet. And inside you'll find this beautiful Moonwatch. And it comes with a few things separate from the watch itself. So one of them is the metal, which is just like plate metal. Second one is this watchmaker, how you call this, magnifying glass. And in this one you'll find a few things, which are two additional bands. One is a Nato Strap, and one is a, how can I call that? Yeah, like a Velcro strap. And the other one is the Nato Strap itself, which is this one, which is really beautiful with an Omega logo on the clasp, on the buckle, and Omega written here on this as well. I'll show you the other camera so I can go close. Then the pins to attach it to the watch, obviously, and the tool to do the whole thing as well, Omega branded. So put these on the side. In addition to that, let me just close this. Once you lift the box out, so let's put this on the side. Below the inner box you'll find instruction manual how to replace a metal bracelet and how to do it for the leather strap. So it has the instructions on how to do that from two sides. And a little booklet about the legendary Moonwatch, the original, about the history of the Moonwatch. Okay, so let me just put this back in and switch cameras, because now I don't need the wide angle anymore. I just need it because of the box is so huge, and I'll show you about everything about the watch close up in details. Okay, so welcome back. I changed cameras because this one has a better macro function than the other one. And before we're going to go to the watch, so let me show you now in detail the different things. So as I said, the instruction manual or operating instructions, 438 pages long. Let's start with the metal. So it's a Speedmaster metal, which you'll find on the case back of all the Speedmasters, this logo here, with the Omega logo in. And show you some detail. Looking really beautiful. But to be honest, what are you going to do with this? It's pretty pointless. So I guess maybe one day it's going to have a collector's value. Then we have these two straps. This one is a Velcro strap, as you can see here. Has a serial number in it, Omega, and a buckle, and that's pretty much it. I have not yet changed the bands because I haven't worn the watch yet. It's for a birthday present for myself, so I still have to keep it packed until that time. Now this is the Nato Strap. Here we go, so we have the Omega buckle with the logo, and here we have the Omega in that part as well. Holds, that might be really comfortable. I'll have to see. Then we have the tools to change it, or the tool to change it. Focus, here we go. Has a nice texture to it, and again it's Omega branded, as you can see here. So we'll see how that works once we're gonna use it. Okay, and then obviously the pins to connect the two bands to the watch itself. Then we have the international warranty card, and that's the reference number of the watch. See, I bought it in January 2015 at Revo, which is the retail partner. And here we have the pictograms. So you can see it's a caliber 1861. It is water resistant to 5 bar, which is 50 meter. Has a 2-year warranty. What is that? I can't see that myself. Screw and crown, and tachymeter function. And then it tells you which operating instruction you have to follow. And that comes in this nice suede leather pouch. Omega branded obviously as well. Okay, and then we finally come to the watch. Okay, I was looking at this one for a few years already, and actually I fell in love after I bought my first Omega, which was a 300M. By the way, this is the 300M Chronometer. The first watch, the first Omega I bought was a 300M Quartz, which I still have, and I love them. If you want to see a video review of this one, just check in the link below. Now, what can I tell you about this watch? I mean, this is a classic piece of watchmaking, and if you're really into watches, if you like Omega, this is one of the watches that you should have in your collection. Let me give you some specs. So it's 42 millimeters diameter, has a chronograph function, tachymeter, which is this around here. Oh, actually I forgot one thing. The watchmaker's magnifying glass. And the funny thing is, this one has a tachymeter design to it as well, same as the watch. Okay, so put it back. So it's a Hasselblad glass, so it's a plexiglass, it's not sapphire. And the difference you'll see when you go close to it. So you can see the glass here. If you have a, what do you call this? Sapphire glass, it has kind of this milky look at the edge of the glass, which the Hasselblad just doesn't have. So it's much more clear to look through. It's a steel case, black dial, as I said, 50 meters water resistant, 5 bar, 167 feet. Has a small second on the left side, and yeah, this reference comes with this special movement. Caliber is 1861, as I mentioned already, and it's a hand winding watch with a 48-hour power reserve. So this is not an automatic, this one is hand wound. And how you do that, basically? Actually, I made a mistake. It's not screw and crown, it's a hand winding. That was mentioned on the pictogram card. So you just wound it maybe like 15 times. It is a little bit difficult to do because it's very much put inside. The crown is very much inside and protected by these things, and you have the chronograph buttons well above and below the crown, which makes it a little bit difficult to wind. Okay, so one very special thing about the Hasselblad glass is that it has the Omega logo in the glass. I'll try to capture this now for you. So let me see how close I can go in, and I think you see it already. Let me see. Where are you? Here we go. Can you see it there? It's just between the chronograph hand and the hour mark. It's right there, you see it? And that you can only find in a Hasselblad glass. It's one very, very special feature which you won't have on any other version. Okay, so let's just look at it as well. So we have the Chronometer function from 60 to 500. Then we have the second hand on a 9 o'clock position. We have the hour counter on the 6 o'clock position, and we have the minute counter on the 3 o'clock position. So how does it work? Very easy, as anyone who knows about watches. You just push it at 2 o'clock and it runs. Once you stop it, and the nice thing is when it resets, it jumps back instantly. I'll let it run for a moment because I want to show you how it looks like here. In the meantime, so what about the case? We have brushed and polished parts. Focus. So the side is brushed. On the top it's polished. The links, the band is brushed as well, with the inner side polished, solid links. And this one is another feature of the new version of the Moonwatch. It has the screws rather than the pins in the band. The clasp, what do we have? Omega Speedmaster Professional. Double lock inside here. And you have the half links, as you can see here, and the full links. I removed 2 links now from this to fit my wrist. And on the back, what do we have on the back? Now we have flight qualified by NASA for all manned space missions. The first watch worn on the moon. Then what else? In the corner you'll find the reference number where my thumb is now. Focus, which is the one that has to fit or has to match the one on the pictogram card. If you're gonna open the case back, it will have the movement. The movement will have that one as well in. So, as I said, I was looking for this watch for now 3 years, and finally I got it. This is now my 4th Omega that I have, and I really adore this watch. It's really beautiful. And now just see, because it's gonna have the second minute coming over now. Look at the 3 o'clock position. See, it just jumped. Very smooth movement. Just let's follow the second for a moment. And it looks a little bit scratched, but it's not actually. The advantage of the Hasselblad is that you can polish it. It is more scratch, it's not less scratch resistant, actually it scratches easier than the Sapphire, but you can polish it out easier, and it's much cheaper to replace the Hasselblad glass than the Sapphire crystal. And the reason why I went for the Hasselblad one, because I wanted it to be more original or closer to the original that went to the moon. I mean, in the end, it's just about history, and I'm not gonna show the watch to people and say, okay, this was the one that was on the moon. That's just the history. It's a little bit like Rolex has with the divers watch, the Submariner, when they swam the channel. So, you know, every big watch company has some kind of history behind the watches. So this one is the Moonwatch, but at the end it doesn't really matter to me. I really wanted the Hasselblad just because of the little Omega logo that is inside the glass. and because it just looks classic. This watch is produced or built like this since the 60s, if I'm not mistaken now, so way over 4 decades, and still looks amazing today. I mean, it looks just beautiful. I really love it. Let me just put it on. Let me take this one off here. Here we go. This is how it looks on the wrist. I think it's a gorgeous watch, really, really beautiful. And I have not a watch that is hand wound. I have a Psycho Velatura, which is a kinetic, which you can't hand wind, but this is something different. This is a mechanical movement, good old school movement, which I really, really love. It's not too big. And as I said already, you saw it from the side, the glass is, you see it sticking out. Yeah, so it's not protected, so you have to be careful with this. Why actually they had Hasselit rather than Sapphire? Okay, when they went to the moon, I'm not quite sure if they had Sapphire already at that time, but this one is not as easy to break as Sapphire. Sapphire is scratch resistant but can break easier. This one is not scratch resistant but doesn't break as easy. That's why they had Hasselit. Okay, so that is pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video, share it with your friends, and leave any comments. And in my opinion, the most beautiful Omega out there, classic. I love my other ones as well. I mean, look at the difference. Sorry, this one is a diver's watch and has the very, very nice bezel. I mean, they're totally different watches. It's a chronograph, this is not, but they just have 2 different characters. I mean, I don't know. I think Omega is a really nice brand. I really like it, and this is one of my milestones in my watch collections, sorry. And I hope to get a few more pieces over the next 20-30 years to go. Beautiful watch, really, really beautiful. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next review. Cheers.